Hi everyone, this is going to be hopefully a quick review of a Wondlan carbon fiber stabilizer. This is yet another low budget stabilization system for DSLRs, but should also hold something like a Sony FS100. Right away, I can tell you that this is a very well built stabilizer. There are literally no plastic parts here. In fact, I think only these knobs on the side are plastic, which are absolutely fine, but everything else is metal here, and the actual post is made out of carbon fiber. So this is quite a lightweight stabilizer. It has pretty much all the features you would expect from such stabilizer, much better design than some of the cheapest stabilizer you can get on Amazon, on eBay. You can tell that this has been designed pretty well because there's so much attention to detail, like the ratchet knobs on the top, a moving gimbal which you can move up and down depending on what camera you have and how much weight you have. Obviously there's adjustment of the actual ball. Personally, I've tried this out with the post fully in. I didn't have to extend the post at all to put my Canon 5D Mark II on there with a 70-40 lens on the front, which is fairly heavy setup, and all I had to do is just adjust the gimbal up and down a bit until I had a good 2 to 3 second drop. Since I'm talking about the gimbal, let's go into this part of the stabilizer. The bearings inside of this are very smooth. They make no noise, and you can see they will keep rotating as long as I need. They're very sensitive, and there is no resistance at all. The actual gimbal handle is made out of soft foam with 4 indentations for my 4 fingers here, which just feels nicer. It just feels like it's a sturdy grip on the actual handle, and it's a nice little touch. There's also a W on there, which is yet another nice sort of touch, which makes it look and feel like a more quality device. On the bottom of the gimbal there is an opening, so you can put an arm brace in there, or you can maybe accommodate that with a vest. You can basically use something like this with a proper full-size rig, thanks to that opening right there. So there's no restriction in that sense either. This part of the whole gimbal construction has very nice grippy texture, something that you sometimes find on vintage photo lens focus rings. So it's very grippy, and it makes panning and operating the stabilizer very easy. You don't have to grip it with your fingers to move it. You only need a very light touch to move that around. You can basically do it with one finger. That's how nice and grippy that is, combining with the very nice bearing inside. Moving on to the top part of the stabilizer, I can tell you that this is a very well designed top part with a sliding removable plate with just 2 knobs for fine adjustment of the front to back movement and side to side movement. There is also 1 more knob for the actual lock to make sure that your plate doesn't move back and forth. This one also has a ratcheting adjustment, so if it happens that you lock your knob and it ends up on the top and might just dig into your camera, you can just turn it around. Overall, it's a very similar plate to the Flycam C5 stabilizer that I also reviewed some time ago. Both of these are very impressive. They're much nicer than the top parts that you would find on older generation stabilizers like Flycam 5000 or Flycam Nano, also Glidecam Pro series. The older ones, they used to be very fiddly. You had to undo 4 knobs on each side and then manually move it back and forth with your hands. A lot of people still use this, and you can adjust those, but it takes a long time and it's very fiddly. You have to undo a lot of knobs. With this one, you don't have to undo anything other than just 1 knob if you want to do the back to front adjustment, and if you want to do side-to-side adjustment, you don't even have to undo any knobs. You just rotate this knob on the side there, and it will give you all the adjustment you need. Once you let it go, the plate will not move anywhere. Also on the left side of this sliding plate, there is a scale which is 0 in the middle, and then it moves right up to +5 or down to -5. This scale is very helpful when you want to use a stabilizer repeatedly with the same lens, same camera. Let's say if you mount your camera always at the very back, you can just take a note of where your scale was, and if you mount your camera in the same position every time, all you'll need to do is just to come back to the same point on your scale every time, and you will get the perfect balance. And lastly, let's just have a look at the bottom of the stabilizer. So there are two weights here which are adjustable at the bottom here, so you can take them in and out a little bit, but I must say I prefer a wider place on the bottom, something that you would probably find on something like Gladcam HD series. I feel that this wider plates give you more adjustment. You can offset the weight on the top more when you have a wider plate at the bottom, and also find that there is less side-to-side shake with longer plates on the bottom. Both this one and Flycam C5, they're a bit fiddlier to operate. You have to be very light with your fingers on your gimbal. If you hold it too tight, then it introduces way too much of that side shake. So I find that you have to be much lighter on this side when you operate, and you just need to really get to know your stabilizer really well. Overall, there is really nothing wrong with this stabilizer. Maybe the bottom part could be a bit wider for my liking, but other than that, everything is absolutely fine. I've shot some test footage with my Canon 5D earlier today. So what I will leave you with is some test footage that I shot, and you can make up your own mind about how well it performs. But if you would ask me, would I recommend this or not? I would definitely recommend this, because I still think it's great value for money, and it even comes with its own case. You take it out, you put your camera on, and you're ready to go. This is nice and quick, very light. You can carry it around everywhere. And yeah, I hope this video will be helpful to you guys. To those of you who are thinking of maybe buying this one, hopefully I didn't introduce more confusion to you. If you want something like this, don't be too scared. I think it's quite a fine tool. It's really well built. You will definitely enjoy using something like that. It might take you a little while to get to know it, but it's the same with every tool. You need to really learn how to use your tool well, and when you know how to use it really well, you'll definitely get really good results. Probably much better than the results I got with it when I used it for the first time today.